Girl, I have one thing to say. RuPaul's Drag Race, Episode 7, Season 6. Let's go. Hey everyone, it's your homeboy Padam, and it is currently like the middle of the night because I just finished watching the big 2-episode, 3-hour spectacular of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I just feel like I have so much to say, and I just want to tell it to the world. Now, this is just for episode 7 and the Untucked, because it was a double episode. I'll have a whole other video for episode 8, girl, because a lot was going on then. But let us get started. And I wrote notes on my iPhone. First of all, the second when they walked out, I was already missing Milk. And in case you didn't know, Milk was one of my favorite queens, is one of my favorite queens, like, ever. She was weird as shit, but she stood for it, and I loved it. And I feel like she was so popular, and that's why I was so shocked that she, out of all people, came in 9th place. Even though fucking Jocelyn's still there and Laganja's still there. And I was just so upset and floored that my girl Milk was gone. So, sorry, I had to get out my little love to Milk. So the mini challenge was this kind of weird thing where they just wore really long nails and being a hand model. I didn't really see anyone do extra good or extra bad in that, so that's why I think RuPaul probably was just like, you, Laganja, you win. So the main challenge this week was that they had to make a 30-second commercial teamed up with someone that RuPaul assigned them with, of course. And they would have to sell RuPaul's makeup. Her new makeup kit, you know, because this is her goddamn show, so she's going to do what she wants. And, of course, the shady bitch she is, she pairs them up with their least likely person. So, we got Laganja and Adore. And, you know, they're kind of iffy, even though they were friends before the show. So they're teamed up, and their theme was bratty teens. And then Adore's like, whatever, you know, she can work hard. And then she paired up with Courtney and Jocelyn, which was the least dramatic pairing. Because Jocelyn, well, at the beginning of the episode, Jocelyn said how much she idolized Courtney, because Courtney, as we all know, is this huge star, is probably one of the most successful queens out of this competition. And then their theme was stay-at-home mom. And then she paired up Trinity with Bianca, which I thought was going to be like Shade City and it's going to be shit, but we'll talk later about it, but they did a lot better than I thought, and it actually was for the better. And their theme was like workaholic, mom on the job, that's it. And then the last pairing, of course, was Ben and Darienne, and we all know that Darienne is sick of Ben de la Creme shit. Even though I'm kind of sick of Darienne Lake shit. Whoopsie. And then their theme was cougars. And then they showed Courtney and Jocelyn talking about their commercial, and Jocelyn's like, maybe we could do it before and after, and one of us could be before and after. And then, not Jocelyn, sorry. Courtney was like, oh, but no one will believe that you're the after, I'm the before. And I feel like that's Courtney's kind of way of joking, but Jocelyn didn't really take that joke very easily. And that's just Courtney's humor, I guess. Courtney has this huge confidence. Like, she knows that she is one of the most successful queens out of those girls. I just feel like she thinks this is just a cakewalk for her. And I think she needs to realize this is still a competition. And if you slack off, bitch, people will snatch that crown away from you. And because, like, RuPaul already said, don't rest on pretty. And I mean, Courtney, sure, you won a musical theater challenge, but you did so this week. And then next week, you know, we'll talk about that in my next episode if you watch it. Side note, I love the Orbitz commercial with my girl Manila and my girl Alyssa Edwards, because that is like one of the best commercials ever, and it makes me want to buy Orbitz, so good for you, girl. And RuPaul comes to the workroom, talks to them, how's it going? Darienne is such a shady little pessimistic little bitch, oh my god. And because she's like, you start talking. And then she starts talking for her, and it's like, oh, God, okay, Darian. You don't have to be so shit. And she's like, oh, we're so different. You know, don't compare us. And it's like, oh, God, okay. Yikes, Darian. Then RuPaul went to Trinity and Bianca. And so far out of all these episodes, I've been sick of Trinity. And I've been so annoyed. Especially when she sent my girl Milk home. What's done is done. Trinity was just, like, giving up pretty much. And it just made me upset that Ru would keep a girl like this instead of Milk. For have someone to just be like this, oh, I've given up, whatever, who cares? But, thankfully, we get to see Trinity bloom more. And I was actually really glad to see that. But Bianca was being really nice because, I mean, they're teammates, so she really needs to get this, you know, commercial well. So then while they were shooting Laganja, Laganja was like, I may not be as funny as Adore. And we're like, yeah, you don't say, Laganja. You may not be as talented as the 13 other bitches. Well, actually, no. Magnolia Crawford was pretty terrible. Sorry, girl. Hey. It was, like, so clear that Adore was, like, excelling so well in this, and Laganja was left flat on the ground. Jocelyn and Courtney, when they were filming, that's when I realized, I was like, there's just no way Jocelyn could be America's Next Drive Superstar, you know? Like, I don't see her as the winner. But honestly, Courtney let me down in her performance too at the commercial shoot, and I was like, Courtney, come on, you're better than this. Or maybe she's not. At the video shoot when Bianca and Trinity was on, it seemed so nice that Bianca was really pepping Trinity up, and it was actually a nice moment. It seemed like Bianca was caring and motherly instead of being like a shady little bitch. So that was a nice moment. And then finally Trinity, something clicked in her head. Something clicked in her head. She was like, wait a minute, let me just forget about it and just have fun. And she blossomed. She opened up, and I was like, wow, look at that girl. And I was so surprised how well they did. I was like, Trinity, who is this girl? Now, I'm not saying Trinity is, like, all around a terrible queen. Because, bitch, her runways are fabulous. And then her lip syncs tear the house down. I think they're wonderful. But when it comes to challenges, we've always seen her be like, oh, I can't do this. Nope, I can't do this. I'll just lip sync on this. And it's like, ugh. Crap. But now, this challenge, she actually, like, tried. And I was like, wow. Good for you, Trinity. And now let's head down to the runway. And this theme was black and white. And my question is, do these girls, like, know the themes of the runways before they even get there? Because, like, what if they had nothing for black and white, you know? Like, what if... You know, like, do they know, like, because, like, how on earth would Milk just bring bald cap, you know, glasses, and a suit that RuPaul wore, you know? Like, I feel like they knew this, you know? Okay, first on the runway was Laganja, and it was messy. Girl. The hair... I would be surprised if it just flopped right off. I had enough with that hair. The makeup pissed me off. Her lipstick pissed me off. The entire outfit pissed me off. I was just like, over it. Next was Zoran Delano. It was fierce as shit. I thought her face was on motherfucking point. She was giving me Lady Gaga 2011, because I feel like Gaga's worn that wig before, and I loved it so much. I mean, maybe the hair, that little thing on top of her head, maybe I could have gone without, but I thought the rest of it, I was like, bitch, work. Loved it, Adore, A+. Next was Bianca, and I was digging it too. I loved the outfit. It was very gownish and black, and then she gave me some Cruella de Vil, and I love the wig, and I think she does great with her wigs and hiding her real hair, probably because her real hair is so damn short that she could just plop on a wig and she's good to go. But I thought it was so gorgeous, and I liked the gloves. It was good. Next was Trinity, and boy did she not disappoint on the runway again. I loved it. Trinity worked that outfit with the dominoes, and I loved it when RuPaul was like, when she was like, girl, if you don't get it in 30 minutes, your pizza is free. I honestly do think Trinity is a gorgeous, fishy queen, but she seems to just give up on the challenges and be like, whatever, you know? But I think it's a new leaf for her. Next was Ben de la Creme, and the judges were not digging her outfit, but I personally liked it. It was classic Ben de la Creme, you know? I would have been shocked if someone else wore it. It seemed very Ben. Her hair was okay, you know? I could have gone without the huge neck piece, but it was classic Ben de la Creme, and I liked it, but I was surprised how much the judges were reading it. Me, personally. Next was Darian Lake. They are reading these other bitches, but have they commented that Darian wears the same goddamn thing? She just wears some sequin bullshit, all glitter and sparkly, and just walks on the runway, and that's it. And it's like, bitch, we've seen you wear this all the time. Like, last week, they were like, oh, gorgeous gown. I'm like, bitch, didn't we see you wear that in green last week? I'm just annoyed with that. And yes, this week it was, you know, this gorgeous coat and then this other thing. But it was still like, ugh, another goddamn sequin, glittery, sparkly outfit. Do you have anything else different, bitch? Do you? Do you? Next was Miss Courtney. And I have felt a little mixed about hers. She wore the tuxedo thing, and she wore this bedazzled little wig on, and I was like, okay. And I thought it was fishy and funny, but I didn't think it was her best. But it looked rich. It looks like she gets paid very well, especially because of that rainbow fish that she was serving fish. Next was Jocelyn. Honey. I was like, isn't that the same damn thing we just saw you wear last week? I was very confused. I was like, wait a minute. Did we just see this? But it was like more toned down with less of the huge fringe. And I was kind of, and I didn't dig the hat at all. I didn't like the top hat. I was like, oh, Jocelyn, sweetie, come on. Honey. But nice girl. Very nice girl. God bless her soul. So then they showed their commercials one by one. And the first up was Bianca and Trinity's. And I thought it was good. I was delightfully surprised. I was like, wow, that was a pretty good commercial. I thought it was funny with the whole condoms and her bra. And then I liked it when Bianca was juggling the kids. And it was pleasantly well. I was, good job. Next was Laganja and Adore, and all I can say is Adore killed it, while Laganja was just flopped on the floor. She was like a dead fish to me there. And it was obviously Adore was just dragging Laganja along in that commercial. Next was Ben and Darian's. I didn't find it funny, really. It was just kind of like, wah, wah. I didn't really see it as cougar, really. And I didn't think they really did sell the makeup at all. So I was really disappointed in Ben de la Creme, because she has been... Because with Ben, because when I first saw her video, I was like, oh, great. She's just going to be a copy of Jinx Monsoon. But she has done so much better than I thought, and I have become a true fan of Ben de la Creme. And I was just so disappointed on her performance. Darian, I've gotten enough shade from her. I was just like, yeah, you're pretty funny, but it's just like, whatever, you know. And then Courtney and Jocelyn's, it was cute. It was average. It was whatever. I still thought Bianca and Trinity did the best, personally. If it was one by one, Adore was definitely the best, but by teams, I think Trinity and Bianca's was the best. So then they deliberated, and then they awarded Adore and Laganja the winning spot. And I was like, Laganja? Really, RuPaul? And they both got a prize. Even though Laganja did really shitty. And Michelle Visage, love the bitch. She was like, I'm surprised and stuff. And we were like, yeah, we all are surprised, you know. I thought guest judge Leah from King of Queens or Queen of Queens, she was on Dancing with the Stars, I know that. Best friends with Jennifer Lopez. I thought she was a hilarious guest judge, and I thought she did good. And hell better than Santino Rice. Oh, bitch, sorry. Then, bitch, they did the bottom two, and it was Darian and Ben de la Creme. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. That lip sync was absolutely everything. Oh my god. Personally, out of those two, Darian and Ben, I am Team Ben all the fucking way. And I was so worried because, like, Darian turned the hell out of that song. And so did Ben. But, like, Darian was so good at it. And I was like, shit, they're laughing at Darian more than Ben. And I'm like, crap, they're gonna eliminate Ben de la Creme. Oh my god. Over Darian Lake, which is her second time in the bottom two. And Miss Ben de la Creme has won 2 challenges. And I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. So yeah, I think she kept Ben de la Creme because so many people like her too, so it was just like, oh well, might as well keep her. And I was very glad she kept her. If you watch the Untucked portion, it was just pretty much me rolling my eyes at Laganja the entire half hour. But at the beginning, you know, Ben was down on herself, and it seems like Ben is having the same problem as Alaska had. And because, you know, Michelle Visage, I think she said the same exact damn thing to Alaska, saying, I don't know who you are, you know, be more yourself, you need to get more vulnerable. That's what she said. And so I think she was saying the same thing with Ben, but I think Ben is one of the strongest queens, personally, out of all of them. But I think she always does seem to put this character on in this other alter ego, but that's kind of like, that's just some queens do it, you know, it's an alter ego for them, but they just want to see her more be yourself, and it was like, you know, okay. Overall, I think the best look in the runway was Adore. The worst was, of course, Laganja. I think who did best in the challenge was Bianca, Adore, and Trinity. They were the probably top 3 for me. Bottom 3, definitely Laganja. Ben, sadly. Darian, yeah, it was pretty bad. Jocelyn was down there too. And then Courtney was just in the middle. So. So if I had to rank all the girls after watching just episode 7, because I did watch episode 8 too, and there'll be another video, don't you worry. I'd probably have to do, well, definitely last, Laganja. 7th, probably Jocelyn. 6th, Darian. 5th, Trinity. She's getting up there though. She's gonna climb up there more. I think after watching this episode, Bianca, Adore, and Courtney, top 3 maybe? I love you, Ben. I love you, Ben, but you did really weak this week. I don't know. Oh, I do think, though, my favorite queen of the week was definitely Adore. My least favorite, of course, was Laganja. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments below. And there will be another episode. I'll have the link below, and I'll have an annotation on the next episode of me reviewing episode 8. And episode 8 was them doing a stand-up routine in front of senior citizens. And let's just say, shit went down, honey. Alright. Thank you again. Bye-bye. And this is ItsPadamP signing off.